Modifications to the Stuart beam engine, Part 8. The small 6BA group screw is not strong enough to secure the upright rocking lever on the valve gear shaft. The solution is to secure the lever in place using Loctite 638. Then drill and thread a 7BA hole through the lever and shaft, and fit a bolt to hold everything tight. There are a few test runs in this episode. This clip shows me drilling the hole through both the lever and the shaft after applying the Loctite 638. By the way, Loctite 638 is a very strong version of Loctite 603. In this clip I've fitted a stud in the hole just to make sure everything is solid. All I have to do now is refit the eccentric rod. And this time, if I get the valve setting wrong and rotate the flywheel, this will not break. Loctite 638, as I've just mentioned, is a stronger version of some other retainers. In common with other Loctite products though, if you want to release the parts, heat them up with a blowtorch. And I don't mean to red heat, just get them quite hot. The valve timing is a lot better. It is not retarded. The actual admission of the steam is just before top dead centre, but it's blowing at each end. That's because there is something wrong with the valve. In the final episode, which is the next one, I show how I fit the valve at 90 degrees to where it is now, and everything suddenly starts to be a lot better. This is really just a test run episode. I try various different ways of making the engine perform better, but because the slide valve is fitted the wrong way round and therefore too small, no matter what I do, at a certain point the valve uncovers both inlets to each side of the cylinder, and that's why you get the blow. If you look carefully at the position of the crank web, you will notice that the admission of the air to the cylinder is just before top dead centre, and this is where it needs to be. If only the valve was a bit longer. Well, it will be when I turn it round. Time for a very high-speed test run. If it's going to break, it needs to break now, whilst I have it on the bench. And yes, I know that beam engines do not run at this speed, and it's a bit ridiculous, but I need to test it. If it runs well at this speed, it will run much better slowly. I'm going to run the engine for a longer period, so I've injected some steam oil into the cylinder. A bit too much really, because when I ran the engine, lots of oil came out of the exhaust pipe, which I caught using a piece of kitchen towel. The knocking that you can hear is partly due to the fact of the valve being in the wrong place. The parts are not being cushioned at the end of each stroke, so you get this knock. Oh yes, and I almost forgot, the crank pin is not a tight fit in the crank web. I need to do something about this. This clip shows how much better the engine is now since I've altered the timing. As you can clearly see, just before top dead centre, the steam or air is admitted. Before I altered the position of the valve and the timing, the compressed air was being admitted to the cylinder very late, when the piston was already on its way back the other way. In one sense, this is okay. The beam engine runs and it looks quite nice. It runs fast, it runs slow, but it's not right. I will put this problem right in the next and final episode. It's all about tweaking the engine to make it perform. And of course the episode will be starting showing me rotating the valve into the correct position. Let's have a bit of slow motion. I would just like to point out that my entire workbench is designed as a soundboard. The workbench sits on a kitchen unit which amplifies any mechanical noise generated by any engine sat on the worktop. Here I will demonstrate. When I lift the engine off the bench, particularly when I lift the engine off the bench completely, the noise almost disappears. And it shouldn't do really, because it isn't right. Having said that, some of the mechanical tolerances on this engine are not what they should be. I think they were messed about with by the owner of the engine. Having said all that, I think this is a really nice, unusual looking engine. And that is it for this episode. Stay safe, stay healthy. Thanks for watching, and I hope you found it useful. Please take the time to visit my Mainsteam Models website and click on the section of the website that says Video Playlists. And by doing that, you can find other videos that you may like to watch. And by using the playlists, you can actually watch the videos back to back.